Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great weekend, and welcome back to this new video on Hedera. All right, we're back with a new video on Hedera. Was a long time coming, although I covered this, I believe, somewhere last week as well, when the price was looking pretty good, right? I mean, we were getting some decent reactions here from breaking above 15 cents. And getting some good reactions to the imbalances we left down there. It's always funny to look at how the price action moved before the massive rally. But then obviously on Tuesday, Wednesday, we got a lot of momentum in the markets. And that has continued for Hedera. And then over the course of, especially, earlier as well. I mean, we already saw Stellar rallying a lot on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today as well, to be fair. But then especially over the course of the Asian session today, we actually saw some other of these similar coins that I referred to them back in November, December as Dino coins. We saw a lot of them doing very, very well, right? So then we're talking about Hedera. After this video, I'm going to do an analysis on Algorand. Those are kind of the same types of coins, and there's more than those, but those are kind of the major ones. I would argue at this point of time. So those are doing great, and there's a lot of momentum. And I have good news. I mean, it looks sustainable. I mean, if you take a look at Hedera, you take a look at the very low time frames. Look, we have to be honest to ourselves and say that there's more imbalances than I can count, with some major imbalances being at 18.5 cents. And this level right here at 20.5 cents. So I do think you need to be aware of that, and I do think you need to be aware that, if we're going to get bad news, or if we're going to get some sort of a deeper pullback, look, we can shift down through all those support levels relatively quickly, right? Because there are a lot of imbalances. But at this point of time, look, you can see imbalances all you like, and at some point of time, we are going to fill those, right? You can be pretty certain of that. However, at this point of time, the main thing I see is that Hedera has a lot of momentum. In terms of volume, as you can see, it's in the top 10. And that's not only in perpetual futures volume, because that list is perpetual futures volume. No, you can also see that in spots that Hedera is in the top, top 30, which is very, that's abnormal, right? I mean, Hedera volume is usually not even on the first page, not even on the second page. So it has a lot of momentum. There's no major bearish divergences. There's a lot of leverage coming in, but ultimately there is a lot of momentum with spot as well. We have broken, or at least I suspect that we're going to break above the yearly rolling VWAP at 20 cents, which is a very major support level. So I think we will rally up higher. It is dependent on holding 20 cents as support, but at this point of time, like I said, with no bearish divergences, with a lot of momentum, with the markets, inherently there's always risk, right? And especially with what's going on in the world right now, like markets can pull back, but Hedera has quite a nice buffer to pull back into, right? And I do not suspect that we are going to break down below 20 cents. Maybe spike down lower into 18 cents. I think you should be ready for that. Ultimately, I think we'll be able to hold that, and I think we're going to rally into the next price target at 25, 26 cents. And then the question becomes, can we break above that? Because honestly, we could also just rally up to that level from here. And that's a difficult question. I would say no. The momentum that Hedera right now has in relation or in comparison to November, is much lower, and the fundamentals are also worse for Hedera. Even though a potential ETF is on the horizon, that's quite likely actually. I would say it's like this is more likely, I would say. But I'll keep you updated on that if you're interested in that. So let me know down in the comments. But for now, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Although a waste of time, it definitely was not. Hopefully, enjoy your Sunday. Take care, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.